Hello and welcome. I'm Niko, and this is Starbound, Week 1, Episode 4, where we left off last week was I decided I was going to upgrade my hovel into a shack, or a shack into a hovel. I'm not quite sure which one is superior to which, but anyway, I've got a ton of stuff here, you can see in my inventory. I think I might make myself an axe later on, just to help me out harvesting a few trees for when I want to put in a staircase or two. I've never built anything before apart from this shack here in Starbound. I haven't played Terraria either, so I'm kind of figuring it out as I go along. I'll probably shift over into ×4 speed when I'm actually constructing it, just so you don't have to watch me basically just cut and paste for a good long time. Or drag and drop, drag and drop, drag and drop until you drop. But anyway, as you can see here, I've got a few things, but I think just demolishing the whole structure is probably going to be the way to go. Using it as just a piece of clear ground, maybe fill in the cellar and, you know, take all of this stuff down, reprocess it into bricks and, you know, get some nice furniture out. Maybe even have an al fresco dining area. It would be quite gorgeous, I think. I've seen some incredible constructions people have thrown together, but mine is probably going to be a bit more modest the first time round. Anyway, I can hear a bunch of bird life around. I hope none of them come back later. Anyway, right, what are we going to do here? I think pull out a pickaxe and let's get demolishing. Yeah. There he goes. Chop, 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 chop. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Yeah. Look at him go. It's the pickaxe. So much nicer doing this with a pickaxe as opposed to doing it with Matter Manipulator. That was a bit tedious, I have to admit. It did take a sweet long time to do anything. But here we go, laying the foundations. Yeah, currently my ceiling is kind of floating in space, so obviously the physics model is kind of only so-so. As I found with water, which just like randomly vanishes when it doesn't drain into, you know, just the right circumstance. Which is a shame, because I was really hoping for water traps, you know how you can sort of set up stuff. You know, so that you send like a cascade of water down to drown monsters and stuff. I was really hoping for that, but I didn't get any of it, which was a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. Maybe they'll change it later in the game, but I'd love to see water sort of, once you sort of break through into a like cave or something full of water, if it like drained out and flooded a valley and, you know, killed the animal which had been harassing you or something like that, or like drains in and destroys someone else's camp or something like that. That'd be quite awesome. But didn't get that, unfortunately. I was really hoping for it. But as it is, no luck in that regard. Anyway, that's very nearly done. Very nearly cleared all of what I had before and later. Right, just speeding things up a little bit. So we're now into post-commentary. Okay, right, what I did first was just lay down foundation, start building around. Made a little mistake when I realised my house was too tall to jump over, though that's usually not a consideration with most people. I think everyone has houses but they can't jump over, apart from in Terraria, where it's actually a bit of a disadvantage. And you will find, yeah, with the staircases, they're a bit bizarre in that if you put one in, it's kind of like a complete block to where you need to go. So I have to play around with this. I've never played Terraria, so I've got no idea how all this stuff works, really. I've seen some people create some amazing buildings and stuff. I have to look at a few videos and stuff, but I'm just trying to figure it out as I go along. I've decided to have like a separate work and sleeping area, and like start to improve, you know, the terrain surrounding me. Put in a few crops and whatnot in a minute, and yeah, I've got better at hunting, just a little bit, and with that axe, you can absolutely own those trees. Yeah. Brutal axe, definitely. Brutal flint axe. Yes. Okay, right, yeah. It takes me a little while to get used to how you're meant to use those staircases. They can be a bit confusing if you want them to like look pretty and all that. I just paint in mist. I decided against the idea of a garage, and there we go. Right, they're being filled in. Yeah, wander around a little bit, and then yeah, flick around trying to figure out like what I can build and what I can't. So I had to put in a little garden with those like chip seeds. I just plonk those in there. Not quite sure whether you need to protect them from like local wildlife or whatever. And make a fence, I think. Yeah, that should keep out like most grazing animals anyway. Yeah, nightfall. I can't see Jack. Yeah, that's where I find out that I can't jump over my house, and that is a problem. So I put in a little ramp there. And go to sleep for a little bit, and then decide I don't really need any recovery of energy or anything, so put in a few torches, make it a bit more homely. Quietly rest there for a little moment. Okay, right. Decide that looks hideously ugly and decide to see if I can make it look a bit better. Yeah, it takes just a little bit of getting used to. And then I realise I'm freezing to death. And move back there, and then move back out here, and find you've got to start like attached to something, otherwise your staircase won't work. I have to nibble it out again. I'll warm up by the furnace for a little sec. And come back out. Fail again, and again. And yeah, it gets a bit frustrating after a bit. And here we have our staircase. Unfortunately, you can only walk through it from the other side, so I have to have a door around the other side if I want to keep that. But I think for now, I decide, because of the like chill and stuff, I just take bottom of that off and trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Decide I really need to eat something before I starve to death. End up being quite close to starving again. Okay. Sometimes that search menu with the crafting and stuff can be slightly confusing. So I've got a bunch of raw, well no, cooked meat now. Nom nom nom. Done. Okay, this is the episode in which I don't die, seemingly. Okay, right. Am I ready to sleep for a bit? No. No sleep for the wicked. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Just a bit of interior decoration. Just expand that a little bit. Plonk in some extra stuff. Expand the place out here. I thought of having like a separate dining area because I thought that might be a bit more civilised. So it's a bit difficult to see what I'm doing though. So I end up running back to do some crafting, hoping the sun will come up while I'm doing it. And it does start to, so that's pretty handy. Get my door in there and just nibble this out. Yeah. Find sometimes it just is easier to bring out the matter manipulator if it's out of reach and just nibble at it. This also gives me a way of actually like getting on the roof of my house, which otherwise is a great big roadblock. And yeah, just put those out on the hotkeys to be deployed. And fiddle around for a little bit, working out how to get the chair turned around. I think I pressed like W or something like that. Okay, plonk that there. Now we've got a alfresco dining area with a little patio garden. I have to see if I can get some pretty stuff up there. There's a whole load of bird life flying overhead. Not quite sure whether it's friendly or not. Not friendly. I think I'll just retreat inside for a minute. Okay, lay a bit of the staircase. Yeah, here we go. Just stretch that out. Yeah, I can't have it down to the ground, unfortunately, otherwise I won't be able to get in. I have to figure out like a good configuration for like a house using these methods. I'll build something more impressive later on, especially when I get access to a few more resources. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the show. Why not like us in the links below or subscribe?